everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video we are going to see CVS in physiology. So let's start with the cardiac muscle. Cardiac muscle is also known as striated muscle or involuntary muscle. It shows extensive branching and there are the presence of intercalated disc. Intercalated discs are present at the Z line. They increase cell-to-cell cohesion. And due to the presence of intercalated disc, heart is known as mechanical syncytium. Apart from intercalated disc, there are gap junctions present. These gap junctions are also present at the Z line. The impulses travel through these gap junctions. And due to the presence of gap junction, heart is known as the functional syncytium. Moving on to the difference between the skeletal muscle and cardiac muscle. So this is my sarcolemma dipping down and coming up again. So let me mark the areas. This is ECF, then ICF. Then here I am drawing the cisternae and L tubule. Again marking down, this is T tubule. This is L tubule and this is the sarcolemma. Let's see the first difference, the major source of calcium. The major source of calcium in skeletal muscle is endoplasmic reticulum or sarcoplasmic reticulum, but in cardiac muscle it is ECF. Second difference is wider T tubule. Now let's say the impulse comes from one cardiac muscle cell to another. And this impulse goes down to the T tubule and then there's a receptor that is dihydropyridine receptor. This is the third difference. Dihydropyridine receptor is voltage gated calcium channel. So calcium enters inside the cell or into the ICF. Then you can see here cisternae to the L tubule. This cisternae has another receptor, ryanodine receptor. Just like dihydropyridine receptor, this ryanodine receptor is for calcium-induced calcium release. Now after this calcium is released, there is the power stroke. Everything is done, contraction is done. For relaxation, the calcium should be pumped inside. Now the fourth difference in cardiac muscle is these L tubules are less developed. For calcium to be pumped inside the ER or outside to the ECF or to make calcium free ICF medium so that the contraction will stop and relaxation will occur, there are two things. One is SERCA present in the cisternae where 2 calcium is going inside, and another one is sodium calcium antipode, which is the fifth difference present at the sarcolemma sending calcium back. The sixth difference is T tubule is present at the Z line, and the seventh difference is an inhibitory protein phospholimban which inhibits SERCA and sympathetic discharge inhibits phospholimban. So indirectly sympathetic discharge stimulates the SERCA activity leading to faster relaxation. So writing this down, inhibition of the phospholimban that inhibits SERCA. This is by the increased sympathetic discharge, and this inhibition leads to increase in SERCA activity. Due to this increase in SERCA activity, there is faster relaxation as calcium is pumped back. Now this faster relaxation is basically indirectly caused by increased sympathetic discharge. So let's see the effect of sympathetic discharge on cardiac muscle. Sympathetic discharge is positively chronotropic. That is, it increases the heart rate. Then again, sympathetic discharge is positively inotropic, that is force of contraction increases. It is positively bathmotropic, that is excitability increases, and it is positively dromotropic, conductivity increase. It is positively lusitropic, that is faster relaxation. So this is all for cardiac muscle. Thank you. Please like and share this video